Good morning, everybody. It's Gwen. I'm back again for my second video for my YouTube channel. I was quite pleased with how many viewers I had and how many people subscribed to after I posted my first video, so that was awesome. I'm hoping that you keep coming back and you keep sharing, and I'm still waiting to see how many more people we can get putting up videos to share with everybody what you're working on. I finished my pumpkin mat that I was working on the last video. I actually put it on the table. I was quite proud of it when it was finished. Put it on my kitchen table and to display it, and I thought it just looked wonderful there till I got up the next morning and noticed that there was a pile of cat hair on the mat. Unfortunately, my mom's cat decided it was a nice comfy place to sleep for the night, so that that finishes that, I guess. Unless I'm there to supervise it, it's gonna have to be put up somewhere. So I took one of those sticky rollers and got the hair off of it and hung it on my quilt rack that the kids made me. I just hung it up here so that I could show you today that it's finished, but it's really nice. That was a really fun piece to work on, and I enjoyed it. But I guess it's gonna have to stay on the quilt rack and only use it when I'm there to supervise, make sure the cat's not laying on it. So other than that, I've done a little bit of sewing. I made a purse and I don't have it to show because Kayla picked it up yesterday. So that took the last couple of days of my time. So after that, I thought, well, I'll sort through my sewing room and kind of try and get some things organized and decide what I'm going to work on next. So I thought, since I'm finished this, now I have an empty project bag that I have to fill up and get ready to head out to the lake with it. So I thought I would gonna finish kitting this and getting it ready for the lake to do some stitching on it. And I thought it would be a good time before I finish it up to show everybody a neat little trick that I learned that I'll pass on to you. But in I don't know how many times I kit up a project like this to be able to stitch, and you get all the pattern pieces put down on the fabric, and then I don't have a problem free-handing like the vines. I don't know if you can see those vines that I've traced on there, but I don't have an issue doing that. But when it comes to doing the words, like on these patterns, I can't for the life of me freehand doing words. So a neat little trick that I learned a while ago is to use press and seal. And you take press and seal, rip off a piece that's the size that you're going to need to go over your pattern, and it sticks really nice onto the paper. Stick it onto the paper. Take a permanent marker, and I like these little micron markers. You can order them from Amazon. They're nice markers. I use them all the time. Stick it onto the paper or onto your pattern, and then just trace with your marker the words And then what I also do is when I'm finished tracing those words, I also mark where this part of the pattern is, like on your flower. Then I take it off the pattern and place it down onto the fabric using those marks on the top of the flower so that you get it in the same place as what's on the, and it sticks really well to the fabric. Then all you need to do is just stitch through it, and when you're finished your stitching, rip the press and seal off the fabric. And if there's little pieces left behind inside of the, sometimes inside of the words, like the E's, you can just use the little, what do you call them? I use a little, like a pin even, or a set of tweezers, whatever you can find to just pick it out of the inside of the words. And that works really well. Then you have it in the right place. You don't have to worry about freehanding it. And it looks really cool. So I'm going to kit that up, finish kitting that up today, and then it's going into the bag, and hopefully I'll get it stitched this weekend and ready to frame. So I just wanted to show you that little trick while I was finishing it up, because I thought that's just the cat's meow. I couldn't even live without press and seal now. So that's going in the bag and ready to go. The other thing that I'm going to start is I'm going to start this pattern that I showed you last week, and maybe make a little bit of a dent in my scrap bucket that I've been trying to use up as much as I can, because it's overflowing and needs some attention. Then what else did I do? Well, it was my birthday yesterday, so the kids all came over for cake, and I got a new little sewing room buddy. I needed that little bright little guy sitting in my sewing room. I put all my needle minders on a piece of foam and got him holding it there. What else did I get? That was one of my presents from the kids. The other one that I wanted to show you, that I meant to show you at the last video and I didn't, was a gift that I got for Mother's Day from a woman who is from here. She wrote this book called Buck Naked Kitchen. It's by Kirsten Buck, and she grew up in the Pas. And man, it's a really nice book. It's got some really nice pictures, really nice recipes. And if anybody who knows me, I try and stick to a whole 30 as much as I can, just because I find when I have bread or wheat products, I ache a lot. And since I try and stay away from bread as much as I can, it's made a world of difference. My bones don't ache like they used to, that's for sure. So if you can get your hands on this book, I highly recommend it. It's really, really nice. It's a book that you can read, enjoy looking at, and the recipes are really simple, and really a lot of them are really good. We've tried out a couple of them already. So I was quite pleased to get that book. Then yesterday I went through my sewing room and I thought, okay, it was my birthday yesterday, and I know I probably got a good 200 or more, 250 maybe even patterns. Between patterns I've bought, patterns that people have bought me, or people have shared with me, plus books, magazines that I've been hanging on to, thinking that someday I'm gonna get them done. Well, unfortunately, I would have to live another 200 years to be able to get them all done. So what I did is I went through my patterns yesterday, and I probably got a pile of 100 and some patterns that are going out the door. So the next time we get together for sewing, I'm going to be taking those patterns and letting people pick what they want, because they gotta go. I need room in my cupboard where I keep all my patterns, and realistically, I'm never gonna live long enough to be able to. It'd be nice to live till you're 200 and be able to sew, but realistically, nobody's gonna live that long to be able to sew every one of those patterns. But I did come across, and I pulled this book out so many times, the Dear Jane quilt. I want to make this Dear Jane quilt, and I figured that this is the year this Dear Jane quilt is going to get made. Come hell or high water, I'm making this Dear Jane quilt. And that would be a really good scrap bucket project too. So this book is staying on my sewing table because it's going to get started this year. Because I've been wanting to make this quilt for probably 10 years, and I haven't even, I think I made 2 blocks, and that's as far as I got on it. But that's going to be a for sure project this year. What else am I have gotten some stuff in the mail, but it's just zippers and more shape flex for making bags. Other than that, I'm waiting for some more. Of course, I'm waiting for another order from the Cotton Harvest Quilt Shop with some more thread and a couple of patterns. I've recently been really leaning towards doing some Sue Spargo stitching, and she's quite popular right now, so I ordered a couple of books, and I'm gonna maybe start looking at doing that. I put these little pillows tops together to stitch too. I like these little pillows. I use them for pin cushions, or you can put them in, they're for bowl fillers. You can put them in little decorative boxes. I did some stitching on this one. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's almost done and ready to make into a little pillow. I got a lot of these little pillows, all different kinds, laying around in my camper, just to look at. Some people buy all kinds of things from home stores, like baskets, maybe little tin troughs and stuff like that, and you'll see them decorating with all different kinds of little pillows. Cross stitchers are really big into doing those little pillows lately. You'll see a lot of those little cross stitch patterns that people are doing to make pillows out of them. Other than that, I haven't got a lot to show you for this video, so I'm going to go and get my stuff kitted and start packing and preparing in case we go camping this weekend. it's kind of rainy, so I don't know if we're gonna make it out there or not. If it's gonna be cold, I would just as soon stay home and catch up on some stuff at home and save the camping for warmer weather. But we really need the rain, so even though we have a few rainy days coming up, we can't complain because it was really dry and we needed that rain. So I don't know, we'll see. Not sure if I'll head out this weekend or not. Other than that, I'm glad everybody watched the last video and commented on it and enjoyed it, and hopefully everybody will watch this video. And I'm gonna try and if we're home this weekend, maybe I'll try and put another video up, show you some more stuff that I'm working on, and maybe I might have finished something, and we'll see how it goes. But for my very first video, I was quite impressed with how many people watched it and how many people shared it and how many people subscribed. So when you do watch it, please subscribe, please share it, and keep watching. I'll be back with more. Thank you. Have a good weekend. Bye.